The Goal. Authors, Eliyahu M. Goldratt and Jeff Cox. Every action that brings a company closer to its goal is productive. Every action that does not bring a company closer to its goal is unproductive. Productivity is meaningless unless you know what your goal is. Consistent parameters. Essential to gain matrix advantage. Extensive pre-profit recovery operational indices. Provide tangential proof. Using a quality product efficiently. The fewer errors made, the less rework you have to do, which can lead to lower costs, and so on. Throughput x inventory x operation expense is the rate at which the system generates money through sales. Inventory is all the money that the system has invested in purchasing things which intend to sell. Operational expense is all the money the system spends in order to turn inventory into throughput. Throughput is the money coming in. Inventory is the money currently inside the system, and operational expense is the money we have to pay out to make throughput happen. Any money we have lost is operational expense. An investment that we can sell is inventory. Statistical fluctuation, mundane, found in the ordinary course of events. Balance flow, not capacity. The actual cost of a bottleneck is the total expense of the system divided by the number of hours the bottleneck produces. Utilizing your resource means use of the resource in a way that moves system towards the goal. Activating a resource is like processing the on switch of a machine. It runs whether or not there is any benefit to be derived from the work it is doing. We must not seek to optimize every resource in the system. Data needed to make a decision. Socrates, Protagoras. A process of ongoing improvement. Throughput and inventory had changed by several tens of percent, while operating expense went down by less than 2%. Cost world to throughput world, cultural change. 20/80 rule, 20% of variables are responsible for 80% of results. An hour lost on the bottleneck is an hour lost for the entire plant. The more inventory we allow before the bottleneck, the more time is available for upstream resources to catch up, and so on average they need less space capacity. The more inventory, the less spare capacity, and vice versa. We are reacting rather than planning. Rome was not built in a day. Plant indicators, product cost, desirable margins. 1. Identify the system constraints. 2. Decide how to exploit the system constraints. 3. Subordinate the system constraints. 4. Elevate the system constraints. 5. Warning: if in the previous step a constraint has been broken, go back to step 1, but do not allow inertia to cause a system constraint. The biggest obstacle to successful implementation is to overcome the resistance to change. The key is in knowing how to steer the dynamic of the interaction between people with different agendas and different levels of understanding. Powerful methods to improve operations. Lean and Six Sigma. Reducing lead time. Improving due date. Facts. Cycle time reduction, 85%. Operator headcount reduction, 35%. WPI and FG inventory down, 70%. OTI, 50%, 90%. Focus on low hanging fruit.